The earth is not my mother. It is here to serve me. I am not here to serve it. And these people who want to depopulate the earth so the earth lasts longer, the earth is here for us. It's not the other way around. Anyway, I digressed a little, but it was a good digression. When he said, be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth, the word replenish means to fill up. Don't make the mistake of thinking that when a beaver uses its limited creativity to build a dam in a creek in the forest, that's organic. When an ant uses its limited creativity to build an anthill in the ground, that's organic. When an eagle uses its limited creativity to build a nest in a tree, that's organic. But when a human being uses its unlimited creativity to build a city, that's somehow inorganic. A city is as organic as an anthill, a beaver dam, or an eagle's nest. So when God said be fruitful and multiply, what he's telling us to do, he's telling us to increase and fill up the earth. Replenish means to fill up the earth with the multiplication of the things that we create. That's our job. So when God said be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth, and they said subdue it, what does subdue mean? Trample down, stomp it. What does that mean? That means trample down anything that tries to stop you. And if he's telling me to trample it, that means whatever opposes me is both beneath me and smaller than me. So if he told me to trample it, that means I have the ability to trample it. It's already under my feet. Now all I have to do is take the action to step on all of the stoppers. Well, so we have to be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth. What is God saying? God is saying that a human being's life is supposed to be progressively productive. What does that tell us? We shouldn't be living Groundhog Day. Today should be better than yesterday. This week should be better than last week. This month should be better than last month. This year should be better than last year. And I'm not just talking about better financially, but I'm including better financially. This whole idea that as you get older, you have to get sicker and weaker and broker is hideous. But if you believe that, then that's exactly how you're going to set up your life. I know people my age who talk like they're 100. Guess what? They also walk like they're 100. They move like they're 100. Right? They act like they're on death's doorstep. I know people younger than me act like they're on death's doorstep. I'm only 62. I'm just getting started. Let's get this party started. Let's go. So, stop thinking from the past. The past is nothing more than your launch pad for your future. Treat it like that. But people who live in the past, and they just dwell on the past, yeah, but this happened to me and that happened to me. A bunch of stuff happened to all of us. We have to make sure we don't allow our past to imprison our future in a life of lack and limitation. Well, thinking from the past instead of the future. That's one. Thinking that you're smaller than your challenges. What does that mean? You will never face anything that's bigger than you if you are operating based on kingdom principles. Nothing's bigger than you. You'll face challenges, but the challenges aren't bigger than you. Somebody say, well, you don't understand, Myron, you're going to die one of these days. It's not a challenge bigger than me. I've already received Christ. So when I die, I just begin to live. Jesus said, whosoever believeth in me shall never die, and whosoever liveth and believeth in, whosoever liveth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live, and whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. And then he said this, believest thou this? So I even win when I die. Well, here's the problem with a lot of Christians, though. They think they start winning when they die.
What I have found is that 90% of all the pain that we experience is due to trapped emotions, to emotional baggage.
I wake up winning every day. Every step I take is a step in the direction of victory. But Myron, how can you say that? Because we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. That doesn't mean I'm going to win. I am already winning. I'm already more than winning. I expect things to work out in my favor. Why? Because I'm me. And I understand who me is in him. So, stop thinking that you're smaller than your challenges. You're not smaller than your financial challenges. You're not smaller than your health challenges. I get it. I get it. See, here's what's really interesting. You can't fix every problem that you have. There are some people who get diseases, who contract diseases, and they die from them. And I don't want to minimize that because it's real, but you ain't dead till you die. So while you're alive, you might as well keep on living. There are people who've had traumatic experiences in the past, and instead of allowing peace to replace the pain, they just keep reliving the pain every day. It's like, I cut my hand, it gets a scab on it, so I scratch the scab off, and then I get a new scab, and I scratch that one off. It's never going to heal. Like, we got to let go of yesterday if we're going to take hold of today. If we're going to march into tomorrow. We've got to understand that we are bigger than our challenges. I had polio as an infant. I got this big old metal brace on my leg that I got to drag, and like, this leg doesn't hold me up. If I don't have the brace on, I'm walking on crutches. And there are people that don't have any legs. So I'm going to walk around crying because I got one? Or am I going to be thankful for I got two, but I got one that's strong and one that's weak? I'm going to thank God for everything I got. Helen Keller was thanking God. She couldn't hear or talk. She couldn't hear or see. Learned how to read and talk. She learned how to communicate by somebody holding on to her hands. You think you got a problem? I mean, you do have a problem, but it ain't bigger than you. Another thought that you want to think if you want to keep being broke. Thinking negative when you should think positive. Some people can see the obstacle in every opportunity. They can see the defeat in every victory. They can see the downside of every upside. And they wonder why their life ain't working. Because you're glum. Who's glum? Glum is one of the Lilliputians on Gulliver's Travels. Gulliver will never make it, will never make it. And that's your whole attitude as you go through life. Or what's the guy's name on the Flintstones? I'm talking about stuff from when I used to watch TV, right? Bad Luck Schleprock, right? Bad Luck Schleprock. Everywhere he went, just stuff went wrong. Or Pigpen on Charlie Brown, right? Like, there are people that just carry a cloud with them everywhere they go. They can turn happiness into sadness just by showing up, right? Turn a party into a funeral procession with their attitude. Don't think negative. Like, if you're going to put your effort into something and you're going to work on something, you cannot afford the luxury of a negative thought. I'm going to write a book. I can't afford to think that it won't sell. I'm going to build a business. I can't afford to think that I'm not going to get any clients. Some people won't get married because they're too afraid they're going to end up in divorce. That's why.
It's a fact. In the new economy, average people are becoming millionaires faster and easier than ever before. But how do they do it? According to the news, the whole world's falling apart. Well, that's the million-dollar question. Now, if you're not interested in the million-dollar answer, go ahead and skip to the end of this video, and I'm sorry for wasting your time.
Thinking negative when you should think positive is a great way to think you grow broke. But I'm going to tell you one you probably weren't expecting. Thinking positive when you should think negative. Hey, you should think negative? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, sometimes. You say, when's the best time to think negative? Best time to think negative is when things are positive. What? What does that mean? Here's what it says in Proverbs. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise, which having no guide or overseer or ruler, watch this, provideth her food, her meat in the summer, and gathereth her food in the harvest. So the ant thinks winter all summer. What does that mean? What does think negative when things are positive mean? It means you've got to, when things are going well, you have to be preparing for when things aren't going to go well. When you have 7 years of plenty, you have to be preparing for 7 years of famine. How do you do that? Here's what God told Joseph to tell Pharaoh to do. When things are going good, put back that 1/5 part. What is that 1/5 part? 20%. When things are going great, stash 20%. Hold on to 20%. Because when the whole bottom falls out for the entire world, while everybody else is getting broker, you're going to be getting richer. While everybody else is starving, you're going to have food. Gotta think negative when things are positive. You have to, if when you look at an opportunity, you only see the good side, you're probably going to end up broke.
All right, we're going to stop there. Pick it back up tomorrow. Have a great day.